Summary and review of Swami Vivekananda's Bhakti Yoga. Introduction to Bhakti Yoga. Swami Vivekananda's Bhakti Yoga explores the path of devotion as a means to spiritual liberation. Based on his lectures, this book presents bhakti, devotion, not as mere ritual worship, but as an intense, transformative love for the divine. Vivekananda reinterprets ancient Hindu scriptures, making Bhakti Yoga an inclusive practice accessible to all, regardless of intellectual or social background. He emphasizes that devotion transcends religious dogma and serves as a universal means of achieving inner unity and divine realization. Key themes and teachings. 1. The nature of bhakti. Vivekananda defines bhakti as the soul's intense longing for the infinite. Unlike fleeting emotions, true bhakti is selfless, unconditional, and free from personal desires. He illustrates this with the lives of saints like Prahlad and Mirabai, who remain devoted to God despite suffering and social opposition. True bhakti is more than worship, it is a complete surrender of the ego. A devotee's love should be like that of a child for its mother or a lover for their beloved, where there are no expectations or conditions. 2. Stages of bhakti. Vivekananda categorized bhakti into 2 stages. Preparatory bhakti, Gauni bhakti. The initial stage involves external rituals, idol worship, and chanting. While necessary to focus the mind, Vivekananda encourages devotees to evolve beyond formalism. Supreme bhakti, Para bhakti. The highest stage of devotion where love becomes all-consuming. The devotee sees the divine in everything, experiences universal love, and transcends dualities like pleasure and pain. 3. Forms of divine love. Bhakti manifests in different forms. Dvaita, dualistic bhakti, loving God as a separate entity, as seen in traditions like Krishna devotion. Advait, non-dualistic bhakti, recognizing that the divine is not separate, but the essence of one's own self, Atman. Vivekananda harmonizes these views, asserting that both paths ultimately lead to the same truth. 4. The role of the Guru and Scriptures. Although bhakti is deeply personal, Vivekananda emphasizes the importance of guidance from a realized Guru and the study of sacred texts like the Bhagavad Gita, Narada Bhakti Sutras, and the poetry of saints like Kabir and Tukaram. These resources refine and direct the devotee's emotions, preventing blind faith. 5. Bhakti as the highest yoga. Vivekananda positions Bhakti Yoga as the most accessible spiritual path. While Jnana Yoga, knowledge, requires intellectual rigor and Karma Yoga, selfless action, demands effort, Bhakti is an emotional, direct connection with the divine. However, he insists that all yogas ultimately converge. True bhakti includes the wisdom of Jnana Yoga and the selflessness of Karma Yoga. 6. Overcoming obstacles in Bhakti Yoga. Vivekananda warns against pitfalls in devotion, such as sentimentalism, mistaking temporary emotional highs for true devotion; sectarianism, becoming intolerant of other beliefs, thinking only one form of worship is correct; attachment to rituals, getting stuck in mechanical religious practices without true love for God. Instead, he advocates for a devotion that embraces all beings as manifestations of the divine. Philosophical insights. 1. Universalism and inclusivity. Vivekananda presents bhakti as a universal path beyond religious barriers. He famously states, "Wherever there is a human heart feeling love, there is bhakti." His mission was to show Hinduism as a religion of harmony, resonating with people across cultures. 2. Psychology of devotion. Bhakti Yoga, according to Vivekananda, is not about blind faith but a redirection of human emotions. Love, fear, and desire, if purified, become tools for liberation. Even worldly attachments can be transformed into divine love through conscious practice. 3. Non-dualism in devotion. Though bhakti often implies duality, devotee and God, Vivekananda integrates it with Advait Vedanta. He explains that ultimate bhakti culminates in realizing that the devotee and the divine are one, where love dissolves into pure existence. 4. Bhakti and modernity. Vivekananda addresses skeptics by framing bhakti as a science of the heart. He reconciles devotion with reason, showing that true bhakti is not superstition but a conscious, experiential path to inner transformation. Practical applications of Bhakti Yoga. 1. Daily sadhana, spiritual practice. Japa, repeating divine names or mantras to concentrate the mind. Kirtan, singing hymns and bhajans to cultivate collective spiritual energy. Self-surrender, offering all actions, thoughts, and emotions to the divine. 2. Cultivating divine love. Seeing God in all beings, even those who oppose us. Practicing gratitude and humility in daily life. 3. Balancing emotion and discipline. While bhakti is emotional, Vivekananda warns against excess sentimentality. He advocates a balance between heartfelt devotion and self-control. Critical review. Strengths. Timeless relevance. Vivekananda's interpretation of bhakti transcends religious boundaries, making it applicable to seekers of all faiths. Psychological depth. His insights into human emotions offer practical tools for mental well-being. Inclusivity. By rejecting dogma, he makes bhakti accessible to modern, rational minds while honoring its traditional roots. Literary beauty. The text is enriched with poetic analogies and inspiring stories, making complex ideas relatable. Weaknesses. Abstract for beginners, those unfamiliar with Hindu philosophy may find terms like Maya or Advait challenging. Limited structured practices. Unlike Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga provides fewer step-by-step guidelines for spiritual practice. Over-idealization. Vivekananda's portrayal of bhakti as effortless may overlook the real struggles of sustaining devotion in daily life. Comparative analysis. Verses. Jnana Yoga. While Jnana Yoga appeals to the intellect, Bhakti Yoga speaks to the heart. Both ultimately lead to self-realization. Verses. Karma Yoga. Bhakti's focus on love complements karma's emphasis on service. Vivekananda sees both as intertwined. Serving others with love is also a form of devotion. Conclusion. The eternal path of love. Swami Vivekananda's Bhakti Yoga is a masterful blend of emotion and philosophy, showing devotion as a living force. He does not ask readers to abandon reason, but to harness love as a transformative power. By framing bhakti as both a personal journey and a universal ethic, he offers a roadmap to inner peace and social harmony. While the text assumes some familiarity with Vedanta, its core message, love is the law, love is the bond, transcends tradition. In an era of materialism and division, Bhakti Yoga remains a guiding light, reminding humanity that the path to the divine is not through rigid doctrine, but through the boundless capacity of the heart.